I'm just outside a secret location where our beer is going to be brewed for the Fosse 107 special beer. I'm going to meet the brewer, Darren Lavender, in a moment or two. This is all for the CAMRA Beer Festival that's happening later this year between the 8th and 11th of March. He's very kindly making a beer based on our name, which is Fosse 107, as part of the anniversary of 50 years of radio. And that's the theme, 50 years of radio in Leicestershire, which all started on the 8th of November back in 1967 with BBC Radio Leicester. Since then there's been Centre, there's currently Gem, there's Capital, there's been Leicester Sound, there's been Oak FM, there's been Fosse Radio, and now there's Fosse 107. So we are the newest, so therefore they very kindly said they'll make a beer in honour of us, and we're going to go in and see Darren and see how the process is going. Let's go in. So Darren, you started really early this morning. What time did you get in?
I got here about 5 this morning.
5, so almost the same time as me then?
Yeah, but you know, yours is a lot easier than mine, isn't it?
So what process did you get under first thing this morning?
The first thing this morning was preparing the tank for the ingredients.
Yeah.
Well, I'd already got the ingredients ready last night, and then it's a case of just pouring the ingredients in with the water.
Now, I saw a little video online this morning. Was it from upstairs, from up there, that you actually released the hops or something down into it?
Yeah, the malt goes in through the chute at the top, and you get sort of a porridgey type mix in the main tank, and then that sits for sort of an hour and a half, sort of mashing nicely, and then once it's done that, it then gets transferred from there into the main tank using sparge, which is...
Is that like a pump that you use, is it?
It's pumped from there,
yeah.
Sort of a filter, takes some of the sugar out.
So it boils it in the tank we've got here?
It doesn't boil in there, just it mashes in that one.
Mashes, right.
Yeah, and once it's gone from there into there, then we boil it.
Okay.
And then once it's got a nice rolling boil, then I'll add the hops.
So hops to go in next then?
The hops have literally just gone in, so they'll probably boil on this particular brew for about an hour.
Right.
And then once it's done its hours boiling, I'll add the flavouring hops. And then
so this is the important thing, is it like a base stock that you do in here, and then the flavour makes the difference?
Yeah, the hops will give it the bitterness taste and the flavour. So,
right.
So once those are in, it's a case of then transferring it. We leave it for sort of half hour, 40 minutes just to cool down a bit, and then it gets transferred from that tank into that room there, which is the fermenting room.
So our beer, the Fosse 107 beer, what are you going to be using to flavour it later then? What's the main ingredient for that?
I shall just be using Fuggles.
Oh, what? Sorry?
Fuggles, it's called.
Fuggles?
Yes, it's a particular hop. So I should be using that in probably about an hour, or maybe 40 minutes now.
And how do you know how much to put in? Is this experience that you've done before?
There's a certain amount of witchcraft, I suppose, involved. Black magic.
Right.
There is recipes that you can use, and I do have certain recipes that I've used, and for this one I've just I'm winging it a little bit.
Right.
See what it tastes like. I'm hoping it should come out as a sort of nice IPA with quite a hoppy flavour. So.
Now we've got an interesting way. I mean, normally it's called Indian Pale Ale, but around here we call it...
it's an Hinckley Pale Ale.
Without the H, obviously.
Yeah, we don't use H's, do it. So.
Right.
So yeah, hopefully in about a week's time we'll know.
Okay. So. And how much are you making of our beer?
There'll be about 900 litres.
Wow.
So 9
cakes, is it? They call them?
The 20. I should get roughly 29 gallon barrels out of that.
Right. Okay. Good. So that's the process then. I've got to say, it is absolutely freezing in here. You don't have any heating on, do you?
We're not. No, heating's not. It's a bit of a luxury, I think. But
right.
Once I'm in there cleaning in a minute, that'll be it's nice and warm.
Good.
The waders on, so yeah, we should be okay.
So Darren, these are the hops that you're going to be using. Is that right?
Yes. Just getting them ready to.
And does this make a difference to the flavour? This is called, is it Fuggles or Fugles?
Fuggles.
Fuggles?
Obviously top secret.
Oh, is it?
Not really.
Are there different flavours you can get then?
Oh, there's loads of different hops. This is, like I say, as it's a new recipe, we shall hopefully get a nice flavour out of this one.
Right. And I notice, is this a temperature gauge that you're using for it?
No, that's my scales.
Oh, I see. There's one idiot. So a certain weight that you use per mash?
Yeah.
Okay, well watch it go down the chute in a minute, because I saw this earlier this morning and I was just fascinated by hops going down this chute. That's how...
The hops don't go down the chute.
Oh, they don't?
No.
Oh no, I've missed the best bit. What went down the chute this morning?
That was the grain.
Oh, okay.
This is going into the big tank.
So this is the big flavouring then?
Yes.
Ah, right. No, no way, said it's a secret. So what temperature? We're at boiling temperature, are we, with that?
We're boiling at the moment, yes.
You're up to nearly 100 degrees?
Well. Just over 100 degrees now. So, nothing very graceful about this.
You don't have to break it down before you put it in then?
No, it gets a good stirring.
Yeah.
So,
And has the method of making beers like this been the same for centuries?
as far as I'm aware, yeah.
Apart from the electricity and the light bulbs,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I think
would have been over coals probably and a brazier or something years gone by?
I've never really looked into the history of it.
Well, maybe that's something we could do later.
Maybe I should.
And how long are you going to leave that to mash now?
I should probably leave this for another 40 odd minutes.
Is that all it takes to get the flavours out?
And then I should start the transfer.
Again, you're popular, you better answer. So are you feeding the mice or is this something else?
This is called Irish moss.
Irish moss?
Yeah. It's a seaweed.
Is it flavouring then, is it?
No, this helps clear the beer.
Or keep it clear?
Yeah. So we just add a little bit of that. Just
It's not much, is it, for the amount you're doing?
roughly 16 grams, I think we normally put in.
And I hate to ask what happened here.
That's. I didn't make it in time. No,
right.
This is I just wanted to see what colour it was going to come out as.
Okay.
So that was when I was draining that tank. I just took a little sample off.
And because you're making a pale ale, the colour's important as well as the taste?
Yeah, ideally a pale ale should be pale.
Yeah.
We don't want it too dark because it's going to...
How would you make it darker though? Is that what
We'd
you
have
think?
a different sort of grain. So
Right.
Maybe a roasted barley would make it sort of slightly darker.
Okay. So come into the room that's next door. This will be the next part of the process a little bit later. So what is it in here?
This is the fermenting room. So these are my big tanks.
Yeah, and you've got 5, is it?
Yeah, I actually using probably... I'll use number 3 today. So,
How do you make a decision between which one?
just that's what mood I'm in.
Is it really?
Number 3. Number 3 is looking good today.
So this is number 3?
Yeah.
It's a bit like Thunderbirds, this isn't it? 1, 2, 3 and 4.
Yeah, we've got all 5.
So tank 3's being used.
Tank
So you
3.
pump it in from next door.
Yeah, it comes to...
It's okay, you can turn that off. Unless it's important.
It's only Louise.
That's alright, yeah.
So, so it'll be pumped into there, but it's pumped in at a certain temperature. And then the water that's used on the chiller out there is then recycled back into the boiler.
Right.
So that next time I boil, I've got a full tank again.
Okay.
So we're not wasting water.
So it comes in here, and how long does it stay in here before you do the next process?
It'll probably stay in here for 5 or 6 days.
Okay.
So it'll come down to temperature, and then once it's at a certain temperature, she's obviously keen to talk to me. Once it's at a certain temperature, I'll put the chillers on.
Right.
And bring it down to what's called barreling temperature.
Yeah.
But every day I have to come in and do checks to make sure the...
Is it like wine? We do some wine at home, and you have to get it up to a temperature when we do wine, and then it self-ferments, it sort of generates its own heat. Or is it different here?
It doesn't really generate its own heat. It'll be at roughly 22 degrees, I think, when it comes in. And then it'll sort of stay around there for a while, and then the chillers will go on to around about 4 degrees in about 4 or 5 days' time.
So you actually bring it down, you don't leave it fermented.
Yeah,
and I guess it's the fermenting process that gives it the alcoholic content, is it?
Yes. So what I do is check every day, come in and have a sample. I have to taste it to make sure it tastes okay.
Of course.
Obviously.
Needs to be done.
It's my job, what can I do? And then, I do checks every day to check the ABV and stuff on where it's going.
And then after that, is that it done and it's ready for barreling?
Yeah, so next week I should, probably end of this week I should start cleaning the barrels ready and get them washed.
So here we go, this is tank number 3 that our beer will be in, and then we'll be tasting at one of the pubs that you and your wife own, which will be the Greyhound on New Buildings.
New Buildings in Hinckley,
Yeah.
That'll probably be in about 2 weeks' time.
Fantastic, I'll bring the lads down then, and I've said that Mark Foster's got to pay for the pints that you pull for us. Is
Okay,
that
I
all
do
right?
take card now as well, so
You'll need it with him because he doesn't carry cash at all.
He has absolutely no excuse. So.
Indeed. Right, thank you very much.
No problem.